What's up, everybody? I'm Chase Lee reporting for DallasMovieScreens.com, and welcome back to my continuing coverage of the 2018 Dallas International Film Festival. I'm going to be reviewing a bunch of movies for you guys, just throwing them all at you, and you pick whatever one you want to hear my take on. This is the 9th film I've seen at the festival so far, and this is The Miseducation of Cameron Post. Now, it's directed by Desiree Akhavan. It stars Chloe Grace Moretz, John Gallagher Jr., Sasha Lane, Forrest Goodluck. It's got a nice little cast for this very important story. And what is this movie about, you may ask? It is about Cameron Post, played by Chloe Grace Moretz. In the summer of 1993, she is caught by her boyfriend having sex with another woman in the back of his car. Cameron's aunt gets wind of this and sends her to a gay conversion therapy camp, and this is where our story picks up, and we kind of see the journey of Cameron's character. Is she going to go through with the program, or is she going to bow out and be true to herself? What is going to happen? And that is where the story kind of plays out. Now, I didn't have any anticipation for this movie, not because I wasn't looking forward to it, because there was no promotional material. I never saw a poster, I never saw a trailer, I never saw anything from any studio to try to hype up this movie whatsoever. Now, that works in my favor because if I can help it, sometimes I like going into movies blind. Now, aside from the basic plot synopsis, I knew nothing about this movie going in. And I'm proud to report to you that this movie is fantastic. I love this movie, and it's definitely one of my favorites of the festival. I know I keep saying that, but this festival just keeps knocking them out of the park. So, it's just one of those things to where you might look at me and go, "Oh, you're just loving everything," and just, well, I am. The selections have been so good that it pains me to know that I'm gonna have to just give a bunch of high scores and look like I don't have any mixed reviews or whatever. But this is truly one of the best at the festival so far, and it's my ninth one in. So, not knowing anything going into this movie, I knew one thing going into it besides the plot: Chloe Grace Moretz. I've always been a fan of her. The last thing I saw her in, I think, was 5 years ago in Kick-Ass 2. So there you go. But this movie has a lot of things going for it, a lot of subtlety and pain, and really showcasing people not being true to themselves and seeing them being shackled as to really, for them not to express themselves. That message is true and prime here. But Chloe Grace Moretz is the kind of heartbeat that goes throughout this movie. She is definitely the outspoken one in the group of the camp, and I kind of like that. She's kind of the voice of the audience, where when she originally gets there, she doesn't really know what to do. She's kind of shy, kind of rebellious, and as the movie kind of progresses, she starts to question a lot of things that the camp counselors might have to say, or questioning her own sexuality because people keep emotionally abusing her. And she's kind of like I said, our voice to ask these people, why are you doing this? And I just thought Chloe's performance was just magnificent. When she starts off, you're thinking to yourself, oh, there's really not much to it. Like she's just like this just shy teen that is really scared of being true to herself, and that's not the case. As the movie kind of progresses, she starts to become more and more mature in this situation and really kind of become true to herself. And there's a couple scenes where she even breaks down, and those actually got to me as well. Because if there's one thing that really struck me about this movie was the pain that all these kids were suffering from. There's even a scene where Chloe is talking to one of the people in the camp, and he's been there for quite some time, and he's telling her, do you believe in God? And they have this whole conversation, and he starts reciting Bible verses and how God led him out of the darkness, and you can see him start to cry, and you can see the kind of suffering that this man is going through, and it pains you as an audience member as it pains her to look at this and really just kind of know that this is, it's one of the most emotionally abusive things that you could possibly do to people. Setting politics aside, I don't care who you are, but gay conversion therapy camps or sessions or whatever, they don't work. You want to know why? because you can't change someone. That's just fact. If someone is a part of the LGBTQ community, they're a part of it, and you can try to change them and mold them into something that you want, but ultimately it's going to backfire, and they're going to deny and hate their life as they grow up. And we even see that with some of the adult members, like John Gallagher Jr. He's one of the camp counselors, and he was quote unquote struck by sin, and they took him in and switched him over. And it's like, no, there's a lot of pain behind that guy's eyes. And so you see the denial in not only the kids but in the adults as well. And that's the heart of the matter, is that you can't change people. You just can't. And so that's why Chloe Grace Moretz, Cameron Post, is so important, because she's the one that kind of stands up and is kind of rebellious towards the end, and you have nothing but admiration for her. A couple other things that I really enjoyed was the other campers. Sasha Lane is friends with Cameron in the movie, her character, and Forrest Goodluck, and I thought they kind of provided this warm, genuine trio of friendship and chemistry that is kind of a nice contrast to all the other campers who are so brainwashed, that you have these three that know deep down that this is not going to work for them. It's almost like a vacation for them, and they're just trying to kind of break out eventually. And so I really do like their friendship, because they provided a lot of heart and warmth to the movie, a lot of humor, a lot of unexpected humor that really works to kind of cut through the very intense, dramatic, emotional scenes. There's even one scene at the end that had me almost tearing up, knowing that there was one kid who was so psychologically damaged because of what these camp counselors did to him and how they speak to him, that these camp counselors have no type of resentment whatsoever. It's just cold and heartbreaking to watch. But even with the heavy dramatic stuff, like I said, there is a lot of humor, there's a lot of levity, there's a lot of genuine kind of performances that highlight how teenagers are. And all these actors are not teenagers anymore. They are well into their early 20s, but they can still portray that very well, to where if someone is watching this that is a teenager and has been gay for some time and hasn't come out, I think watching this movie will give them more courage to speak up and be true to themselves, and just face the discrimination head on, and just realize that there are going to be people out there that will never understand, and they think of it as a sin, it's just pure evil. But this movie will show you that even in the darkest times, even when Chloe Grace Moretz breaks down in the movie, she still rises up out of the ashes and becomes who she is. And that is so powerful, and I think this movie will really strike a chord with people. I love this movie, like I said. I'm going to give it, The Miseducation of Cameron Post, a solid A. So what did you guys think of this movie, or have you even heard of it? Like, I never even heard of it. I think it comes out in August, so look out for it. So hopefully they drop a trailer pretty soon, because I think this is a very important movie to kind of come out in the wake of our divisiveness as people, and hopefully this can kind of heal some wounds. So that is my grade for this, but let me know down below what you thought of it. And as always, guys, I'm Chase Lee, reporting for DallasMovieScreens.com, and I guess come back for my continuing coverage of the 2018 Dallas International Film Festival. I will see you guys later.